I'm going undercover to expose Britain's benefit cheats and the people who help them to bleed the system dry.
Benefits. Everyone wants benefits.
For 6 months, I've posed as a bloke on the dole who shouldn't really have been getting anything, and I've secretly filmed it all.
What happened to your leg?
Not a lot, mate, to be honest. Every now and again, I always feel like someone's watching, so I bring this fella out.
Tonight, the scroungers who fake injury and illness to avoid work.
You go to your doctor, right? You start playing on that, right? Get a sick note, put it into the dole. No more signing off.
The sick note salesman who advises customers on how to make a bogus disability claim.
I think you always have to sort of play these things up, suffer whiplash, twigs.
And the bloke who specialises in helping benefit cheats.
We would see what the doctor's name is and say, oh, you've got a bad back or a bad leg, and we fill it out and sign it off as the doctor.
They're the swindlers who've been getting away with it for too long.
You really got a bad back, honestly.
I've really done it, but get into your head, that's how you flex. You need to start like faking everything you can.
So I'm tracking them down and doling out the shock of their lives.
Take me off that. Take me off that now. Do you want me to blitz the both of you now? No. You want me to blitz the both of you right now?
And get your camera in the way. Hold on, just get your camera in the way. Lad, get your camera in the way. Step back a bit. Wind him up.
My name is Paul Connolly, and I am the Undercover Benefits Cheat. Most people who claim benefits are, of course, honest, decent folk, but I'm not after them. Every year, more than £100 million are stolen from the taxpayer by cheats who claim disability and sick note benefits, driven not by need, but by greed. So, I've set my sights on the scammers who give genuine claimants a bad name. And to flush them out, I'm pretending to be on the sick, on the dole, and on the make. I'm not alone, though. My team of investigators are also going undercover to pose as benefit cheats. All we need now is a plan.
We are after the people that operate, I suppose, in the shadows of this world that we're going to be making our way into. What their business involves is to basically fake their way to claiming disability cash or benefits money that they are simply not entitled to.
So, this happens all across the country. But to kick things off, 2 of my undercover benefit cheats head to a boozer in the middle of the day in Liverpool. They park themselves on a couple of seats, and in no time, our 2 liver birds meet the likely lads thereafter. First up, a bloke who would bend over backwards to help, if only he could.
Next time you go for your medical, right, listen to me. Take your walk 40 yards, right, and then you've got to stop with your back there, right, listen to me. And we'll go on to personal independent payment, that's top range you can get. Say from here, halfway down there, just walk.
The resident sit-down comedian then reveals his secrets.
I'm just as ground, you know.
Why?
Because I'm just as ground, you know.
What do you do? What do you mean by that?
Drowns off the government.
So what do you claim? PIP for what?
For being pissed in the pub, so I can get pissed in the pub.
And finally, a bloke who says he knows exactly how to play the system.
Just said that I'm depressed and nerve damage.
But it was just all pretend to get the benefits?
Yeah. Oh, if I go to the doctors and get me doctor's notes, I just walk in, that's for the sick notes.
Yeah.
Easy.
A doctor's note is a golden ticket for a benefits cheat. But if you don't fancy hamming it up down the doctor's office, is there an easier way to get your hands on one? Online, we find a guy offering blank doctor's notes that he says are for entertainment purposes only. A phrase crims use to make it look as if they operate on the right side of the law.
He's selling doctor's notes for £10 each.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're going to see to what extent he can cheat the benefit system and see how much he's making out of this little learner.
My investigators head to North London to meet Malcolm, the sick note salesman we're on about, and a wide boy who, for a fee, will help you fake a claim for disability benefit.
Like I say, you really want to just keep it as close to the truth as possible, yeah. We could just say it's involved in a car crash, suffered numerous injuries.
They don't ask for proof of like the accident.
No, okay. You can just say you was a passenger, like
Yeah.
Suffered, whiplash, cracked ribs. I think you always have to sort of play these things up. What I think they normally do is put the claim through, and then you get called in to see their doctor, and then obviously when you see him, then you've got to try and blag him, about how bad your back actually is, like, so, for example, problems lifting.
It then emerges that Malcolm has made a disability claim of his own.
Did you have to go
Walking upstairs, yeah, everybody has to go through that, because they're quite sneaky, 99% of the time, you see their specialist doctor, he'll knock you back. I had to appeal against it, I've got a doctor's note, not a problem, so they just restarted the claim, and then they signed me up again for another 2 years.
And he has plenty of ideas for other illnesses she can fake.
But with the alcohol one, was that?
Again, yeah, it's the same thing, you're just an alcoholic, you go to AA meetings.
What, they don't check up?
You've got to imagine, it's like thousands of people.
Yeah.
I suppose, people in the office are just people like you and me.
Yeah.
And every day they just get, tens, hundreds of these things come through, and as long as the paperwork's all in check.
To guarantee customer satisfaction, Malcolm then teaches our undercover benefit cheats how to fill out the claim form.
You're going to take a note there, and then you're going to date this from the 18th. So it's from the 8th day of your illness.
You do get more, don't you, than job seekers?
Yeah. And you don't have to sign on.
Yeah. Cool.
It turns out that he has fingers in more than just the one pie.
Do you do any other like fake IDs or
Yeah, maybe sort of people can get our hands on. I don't know, the other thing as well is just, if you claim your benefits, you get cheap bus travel with it. If you take them into a post office, you show them the letter, they give you like a bus pass thing, and then basically means you just get half price bus travel.
Back in the office, we take a closer look at the doctor's note Malcolm sold us, and it looks like the real deal.
This looks pretty original to me, as in it looks, quite decent. The quality isn't altogether that bad. And he signed it for you.
Yeah, he faked the doctor's signature.
Okay.
Back in Liverpool, I'm undercover as a benefits skiver. My backstory, I'm Peter Malone, a bloke who's blagged a disability claim for a so-called gammy leg. Using a crutch as a prop, I hit the streets and soon come across a pair of chancers in a hurry to flog shoplifted goods.
Yankee candles.
Yankee candles.
You can have that one or that one. You can have the two of them for 15 quid. There's £40 worth of candles there.
Yeah. So you two coming through?
We're always here every day.
Yeah.
I will definitely be here every day.
They tell me she does the nicking and he does the flogging, but are they also ripping off the benefit system? The next day, I track them down to find out.
Do you make a few quid out of this? Because I was thinking about maybe doing a bit of lifting myself. Do you make a few quid out of it?
Yes, we work on our own, mate.
Would you?
Not out of it.
Jesus, you do make a few quid, so. And are you on benefits as well, are you?
Yeah.
You are? What are you on?
No, yes.
ESA. Fair enough. Take it easy. I'll see you soon.
So, thieving earns them decent dosh, and on top of that, they're claiming benefits. But how far does their cheating go? In no time, they're doling out advice on how I can milk the welfare state just like them.
But I've been trying to claim a housing benefit up here. Is it easy enough?
Come along with your benefits, housing benefits. As long as you're getting benefits, your housing automatically follows it.
Well, let me tell you, I'm on delay at the moment, but there's nothing obviously wrong with the leg and it hasn't been for fucking ages, right?
Yeah, we're all on it ourselves.
Yeah, exactly, right.
Some benefits, you just said you claimed your benefits.
Yeah.
You're entitled to
You're entitled now to housing benefits.
No matter what?
No
Even though I'm staying in a private place?
Yeah, no matter what.
So do you, when you're on ESA then, they don't come after you looking for you to work?
Oh, you're sick. You're sick.
You go to your doctor, right? You start playing on that, right? Get
Yeah.
a sick note, put it into the door, no more signing on. Straight money sick. 240 pounds, £140. You get all backdated money, man.
So was that what you used to have done?
Yeah.
But sure, there's nothing wrong with you.
No.
Yes.
What's wrong with you?
What you think wrong with me? Look there, mate.
Do you think?
I don't think the psychiatrist said.
Oh, really?
I'm normal.
Coming up, my cover is nearly blown when this fraudster takes a little too much interest in my crutch.
I'm just hoping that camera or something in there. It's cheese.
More dodgy documents from the dodgy doc. He tells me how to fast-track my fake claim.
I've got their direct fax number, so you can fax it straight through to them as well.
Oh, straight into the...
And how our crafty shoplifter tricked her doctor into signing her off on the sick.
I was in the waiting room. I just opened a bottle of water in my pocket and just squeezed on it like that, and it come dripping through the coat, which made me all my pants wet, which looked like a piss.
Yeah. From then on, they gave you ESA. The doctors just signed you off.
Sign me off.
My team and I are undercover as benefit cheats. We're scouring the country for the scroungers who fake illness and injury to make claims, and the people who help them play the system.
No, let me tell you, I'm at the LA at the moment, but there's nothing obviously wrong with the leg, and it hasn't been for ages, right?
Yeah, we're all on it ourselves.
Yeah, exactly, right.
Every year, more than £100 million are pinched from the benefits budget by cheats who scam sickness benefits. So, how do Dole investigators know who's genuine and who's on the blag? I meet up with Mike Newman, a fraud specialist, to find out.
Somebody's claiming a disability benefit because they've lost a leg. It's easy for us to say, yes, it has or hasn't happened. But some of the things that people genuinely need disability benefits for, such as chronic back pain, are fakeable. And if they're fakeable, then somebody will fake them.
We've already met Malcolm, a sick note salesman who helps people bluff illnesses. But now it's my turn. Posing as Peter Malone, a bloke who pretends to have a banged up leg so he can claim the sick, I arranged to meet him outside a London pub.
Yeah, Peter.
Malcolm, how are you?
Yeah, not too bad.
You all right?
Yeah.
Not too bad, not too bad.
First things first, the fake doctor in the house advises me on how long I can stay on the sick without being medically assessed and rumbled by real doctors.
Yeah, you don't want to go longer than 2 months, because obviously you have to go down and reassess it. Yeah.
He then admits the doctor's notes he flogs are not only real, but they're the very latest, up-to-the-minute version, as seen in surgeries across the country.
Yeah, I have a friend that can get hold of them. I think these are the new ones as well. Like, so.
Are they, yeah?
Yeah.
So when you say these are the new ones now, how new were they?
I think they've had loads of different various ones, you know, during the years, but yeah, these are the new ones, these ones here, so...
Okay, grand.
He rounds it all off by schooling me on how to fast-track my fake claim.
Got their direct fax number, so you can fax it straight through to them as well.
Oh, straight into the...
Social Security.
Ah, yeah, okay, grand, yeah. So all I need to do is basically put a doctor's signature on these. So what would you, because they have their own kind of writing, don't they?
No, just a signature. I don't know if it's a signature, isn't it?
Yeah, just like what? Just.
It's a different pen, though.
Right. Okay. Ah, yeah. I see what you're saying. Okay.
It's a crafty little racket, Malcolm's sick note scam, but I want to see who and what else is out there. I get the team back together.
So these facilitators will supply people that are up for cheating the benefits system with fake documents. Anything that these people need to fake it until they make it. We do have one guy in our sights, and he does seem to be a very credible target at that.
2 weeks earlier, I'd hooked a live one. He posted an ad online, and I replied under the name Peter Malone. He offered to sell me a forged bank statement. a fake document he claimed I could use to swindle housing benefit from the council. He then agreed to meet face to face in Nottingham, and with my hidden camera recording, I arrived. But straight away, he sensed something wasn't quite right.
Robert, how are you, mate? You all right?
Don't look too steady.
How are you doing?
We make our way inside to grab a seat. He can't take his eyes off the crutch I'm using as part of my cover. He thinks there's a camera in there, and he wants to give it the once-over.
I'm just wary, bro. Don't take it personal.
That's all right. That's all right. What are you looking?
Don't take it too personal.
It's locked and loaded, man. It's locked and loaded.
I'm looking for a wire.
Close call. Had he worked out the camera was actually in a button on my shirt, it could have been curtains. First on the agenda, he tells me how his career as a document forger for dole sheets began, and how a benefits advice office he worked in inspired the decision.
It was like a disability place, so it was helping people out with their payments, so I had to get payments. So I understood how it all worked.
So was this a council office?
It was helped by the council. This was in Birmingham, so it's kind of run by the Birmingham City Council. So I knew how to like the ins and outs.
It was there that he discovered a scam. Greedy landlords pay drug addicts to pretend they're living under their roof. The addict then makes a false claim for housing benefit, but the cash is then paid directly into the landlord's bank account.
I'll just pay someone like or something like
Sure.
40, 50 quid to go into the housing and say like, yeah, I want to claim rent in this place. So then they can rent for that place, but they ain't paying for shit. They ain't paying for nothing.
That's incredible.
You know what I mean? I wish I was on that kind of scale, but then that's how you get. That's how you get like.
Yeah, you're trying to keep it under the radar.
So, what can I, Peter Malone, get out of all this? The bank statement he sold me was, he said, tailor-made to swindle housing benefits. It showed I had a low income and no other earnings. Both vital elements if a claim is to be successful.
How confident are you that this is that statement's going to work now? Honestly, now.
100%. Straight down. There's a thing called data protection.
Yeah.
You're never ever going to run to the bank and check.
He claims his is a tidy little operation in faking documents for aspiring cheats. But he also fakes documents for himself and his money-making scams. Today, he goes by the name David Bolt, one fake identity amongst many that he uses.
You know what? It's one of my A-listers,
So this is one of the ones that you made?
Yeah, that's one of my A-listers. That's one in that name.
Yeah. Gives it look.
Just so you're not kidding.
No, I appreciate it. Okay.
That's the one that.
How many different aliases do you have?
Like 5 or 6. I change them every month. It becomes a little fix.
So cheating the system is your addiction?
Yeah, it is, man.
We're about to wrap things up when again he gets a bit sus. He's wary of the crutch cam.
I'm just hoping you got camera or something in there. It's cheese. It's cheese or something. You're gonna take risks sometimes, isn't it?
So, that's how we met the man who calls himself David Bolt. And I'll be back to see him soon. For now, though, I head back to Liverpool, and guess who I bump into? It's Tony and Maxine.
You alright?
Remember them? The partners in crime and benefit cheats who'd advised me on how to blag housing benefit, and more besides.
Go to your doctor, right? You start playing on that, right? Get a sick note, put it into the dole, no more signing off.
We find a seat in a local pub, and soon they're talking up what other freebies they've managed to sponge.
ESA goes hand in hand with GLA.
Without benefit, you'll go hand in hand, mate. You'll get paid for by That's what I'm saying, you don't have to pay nothing, the government pays all these bills. Yeah.
Then comes the most brazen scam of the lot. Maxine fills me in on how she fools the doctors into signing her off on the sick.
I was in the waiting room, and just squeezed on it like that, and it come dripping through the coat, which made me all my pants wet, which looked like a piss.
Yeah.
So I got up and I said to him, oh mate, you look at this, I'm pissing myself, I feel uncomfortable sitting here like this. And you don't want to piss me out sitting in the room, do they? But I never won it.
From then on, they gave you ESA. The doctors just signed you off.
Signed me off.
Without even really examining you.
Because I fucking done what I done. Every time I go to doctors, I go off my head, mate.
So you just acted up?
Yeah, and I'm going to the crazy. But the doctor got me all my back paid back. I just spent $2.5 grand in it.
Astonishing. How did she splash the cash? Well, it all went to a worthy cause.
I spent it all on my flat though.
Fridge, plasma telly, washing machine, spent it on the kids, she give the kids £400, and all stuff like that. Got savings, got trackies, all good stuff.
Brand new trainers.
They're nice, give us a look at them. Very fancy. Next, words to the wise on how I can pull off a similar fiddle.
So the doctor, right, your leg, and now you're starting to feel anxious.
Okay.
Because you can't get out much with your leg being the way it is.
Yeah.
So then when you do get out, the wheel's going too fast for you. Because you're only used to sitting in
and step away from the wheel and take your own little 5 minutes.
I get you.
Because it's taking you that long with your leg and your anxiety.
And your mental health.
Yeah.
Your mental health. Get with the program, Dad.
We need to find out more about Dave Bolt, the guy who says he fakes documents for benefit sheets. So we head to Birmingham, and this time Harriet goes undercover, posing as Chloe, a benefits blagger. She contacts our man online and sets up a meeting. He has no idea that Harriet and I are working together.
You're right.
The small talk done with, she asks what more she can do to thieve benefits she has no right to.
What would I need to do?
Can you put on different personas?
Yeah.
Can you? Like,
Yeah.
I could teach you, and we could do it better. I could teach you.
But hang on, he's getting suspicious again. He now thinks Harriet might be a copper.
You're really not a fit, are you?
No.
So, he kicks off by showing off the tools of the forger's trade.
I'm teach you something. Do you know what that would be for? Have you got a driving license?
No, but I've got a driving license.
And you know that it's about that size, right?
Oh, okay.
That size.
What is that made of?
Same stuff your driving license made of.
Ah, got it. This is a lesson on how to piece together a fake driver's license.
That'd be where all the information go banked into that. Just so you know I'm not bullshitting, you know.
Then, a tutorial on dodgy doctor's notes.
And how do you do the doctor's notes? What do you mean? As in, what do you do? Like, do you just write out a form, or is it a special certificate, or what do you? As in, would I have to actually?
Basically, people working in doctors, right? And the doctors have the doctor's note that they normally sign out. And what the cleaners do, they'll take like a batch, and then they'll sell it on to us, and then we will see what the doctor's name is, fill it out, like say, oh, you've got a bad back or a bad leg, and we fill it out and sign it off as the doctor. But the doctor don't have a clue, he don't have a clue, unless you go certain places in Birmingham, where you got the dodgy Asian doctors, and you slide them a little £25 every so often, and they'll do one. But the way that we generally do it is we fill it out as the doctor, and people who don't really give a shit will do it and claim $250 minimum every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Plus the housing benefits, which can go up to like £300. So that's what, £800 a month for doing fuck all. It's all about paperwork, innit?
Yeah.
It's all about paperwork.
And it's all about the maths. If this seems like a victimless crime, it's not. If he only does it for, say, a handful of people a year, that still adds up to thousands of pounds in wrongly claimed benefits. time for Harriet and I to compare notes on Dodgy Dave.
How'd you get on?
He talked me through how to cheat the system. He also advised me how I can get the most in housing benefits. He also mentioned that he can forge doctor's notes to help try and get DLA, ESA, and
Doctor's notes now we can do as well, can he? Is there anything this man can't do?
Coming up, our document forger gives us a lesson on how to blag at the benefits office.
Put that down with them. They're going to check the sort code, account number, look at it. All they want to see is a piece of paper with a logo, address, and nothing else.
This benefit cheat reels off his method of claiming dodgy disability.
Have you really got a bad back, honestly?
I've really done it, but get into your head, that's how you flag the system. You need to start like faking, fake everything you can.
And I give sick note Malcolm a taste of his own medicine.
So you don't want to try and justify this for people. Don't want to try and give people some sense of why it is that you think the law doesn't apply to you.
In the time it takes you to watch this programme, more than £125,000 will have been stolen from the benefit system by cheats and the crims who help them to make false claims. So now Harriet is back undercover and on the trail of the con artist we know as Dave Bolt, a dealer of fake documents and a man of many aliases who specialises in helping people commit benefit fraud. He cuts to the quick and slips her a fake document that he claims will help her become an even bigger benefits cheat. It's a bogus bank statement showing a low income. First up, he coaches her on how to act when inside the job centre.
Well, just put that down with them. They're going to check the sort code, account number, look at it.
Okay.
What's gone in and what's gone out. People ain't got time to look and remember in their head what bank is what bank, you know what I mean? All they want to see is a piece of paper with a logo, address, and nothing else. And that's it.
But is that really the case? How easy is it for a fake document to be passed off as the real thing and help you get dodgy benefits?
You can produce quite a passable forgery on a colour printer and a PC. And that won't get past everybody, but then you don't necessarily need it to get past everybody. It hasn't got to be perfect, it's just got to be good enough.
By way of a further lesson, Dodgy Dave then introduces his mate, John.
What are you on? DLA?
Disability, everything.
Are you? What for? DLA?
No, yeah.
Your back? But have you really got a bad back, honestly?
I've really done it, but get into your head, that's how you flag the system. You need to go in there and have that initial thought. Don't have that thought in your head of, I actually have got a bad back. Who the fuck are you to tell me you ain't giving me my money when I can't get out of my house so well? You get me? Like,
Now you get it.
That's the mentality you need to have. I walk from the station all the way down this road, nice, come to this door, and then blood clot, my stick comes out. You need to start like faking everything you can.
How long have you been on it for? Disability? How long?
I've been just doing that one for the past, say 9 months now.
9 months.
It's not as hard as you think.
Yeah.
It's really not as hard as you think. There's so many people out there blagging the system.
9 months on DLA. He then tells Harriet how she could make a false disability claim by faking a car accident.
You'll be at a junction, alright, where everyone's ready to pull off.
Yeah.
Basically, you'll get someone in front of you who you know. Yeah? They're about to pull off, but they slam their brakes on, so you go into the back of them, then they'll pull off. Yeah? So basically, it's their fault, but you'll get paid out for it. Everyone came to me with cash. 6 months down the line, everyone's getting about £1.5 to £2,000. Listen, say your nose is broken for all I care, your cheekbone, your hand don't work no more. You get me?
And that's how I get DLA, is it?
Whiplash, bad back. Nothing the doctor can prove.
Do you never feel guilty doing it?
No.
Why?
I've got no need to.
But it doesn't end there. The next time Harriet meets John, he blabs about the other ways in which he blags benefits.
Get my house in, get everything paid for, basically. But how much I get on a rough estimate? I get enough to me seeing this problem and have this smile on my face, put it that way. You know what I'm saying? I can go out every day of the week. I can go any restaurant I want to. Like a weekend, I can go out, splash a few quid. It's about doing that and going out and finding yourself a job, getting that cash in hand, dabbling here, dabbling there. That's how I do it. You know, that's me personally.
Back in the office, Harriet lets me in on what she found out.
He said, I walk around the local area with a crutch, and I have done for 9 months. He said, DLA pays me a lot of money. And he said, when he's out of the area, he just walks normally. He says he does it nicely. He earns quite a lot from it, so he's going to stick at it.
That is incredible. A proper scrounger.
Okay, remember Malcolm, the sick note salesman? Well, I've tracked him down, and I'm about to give him a dose of the truth.
Just need to have a little talk to you. My name is Paul Connolly. I'm an investigative reporter with Channel 5. And we've been making a documentary series about people who cheat the benefit system. So I wanted to give you an opportunity to have your say, to tell people why it is exactly that you would sell blank doctor's notes knowing it's illegal, and help someone that tells you they want to cheat the benefit system.
No comment.
So you don't want to try and justify this for people, don't want to try and give people some sense of why it is that you think the law doesn't apply to you, why you think you can help other people to break the law and profit while you're doing it. Okay. So a very muted response from our Malcolm, which is ironic considering when we sat down in front of him before, he was very, very happy to spill the beans and talk us through at length exactly how we can, with the use of his sick notes and doctor's notes, cheat the system.
Back to Birmingham. It seems Dodgy Dave has a treasure chest of dull cheat secrets. And now it's time to find the key. We decide to take a new approach.
Considering we're meeting them back to back, let's try to be smart about that.
Yeah.
Let's not really drill him for information today. Let's be subtle, because if he rumbles us...
We want to keep at least one lead going on this.
Yeah,
one
no,
line
definitely.
open.
Until we bring it the whole way to the end. Well,
I'm standing around here like that, you know.
I'm up first, and just minutes in, he hits me with a bizarre request.
Don't you like know any connections with, you know, clay pigeon shooting?
Any people that are into clay pigeon shooting?
The equipment for that.
Hang on, what exactly is he after here?
You're looking for a...
Yeah, for the...
You're looking for a gun?
Yeah. We don't say those words.
You're looking for a shooter?
We're looking for the...
I would have thought you'd be able to get one of those over here now.
Yeah, but... You know, always looking for more.
From the worrying to the weird, he then takes me into the public library to show me examples of the other types of forged documents he sells to benefit sheets.
So this is one of the utility bills.
He shows me forged bills from utility companies.
And do you do those double-sided as well?
Forged notices from the taxman.
It's the tax code notice. So you make these up as well, do you?
And finally, the jewel in his crown, a fake driver's license.
So this is one of the ones that you've made now, is it?
Yeah.
Do you have a card machine at home? And do you laminate them as well? That's a tidy operation, man.
Coming up, things get rough when I reveal my true identity.
Let me tell you exactly what's
No,
happening.
I'll fucking blitz you right now, mate. I'll blitz you as well.
Steve.
Do you want me to blitz the both of yous now? Do you want me to blitz the both of yous right now?
Dodgy Dave drops a bombshell.
Dead babies' identities, man. So basically, they get a hold of like the birth certificate and stuff. They change it up. Still alive.
And our sting operation hits him like a bolt from the blue.
We are both investigative journalists with Channel 5. This isn't a victim of
Get your
crime.
fucking cameras away.
Lads,
Get your fucking cameras away. Turn the cameras up because you're pissing me the fuck off now.
My team of undercover investigators and I have been across the UK, in search of welfare cheats and the crooks who show them how it's done. In Liverpool, Tony and Maxine, a couple who flog stolen goods, had schooled me on how they squeeze the benefit system.
A bottle of water in my pocket and just squeezed on it like that, which looked like a piss.
Yeah. From then on, they gave you ESA. The doctors just signed you off.
Sign me off.
We arranged to meet for what will be the final time. I suggest we get together in the city centre.
How are you, horse? Are you all right?
I'm okay, how are you?
Good man. No Maxine today?
Yeah.
There she is. So come here. Tony.
Why?
Tony. My real name is Paul Connolly. I'm an investigative reporter for Channel 5.
Yeah.
And I've been making a documentary about people who cheat the benefits system.
I don't cheat benefits.
And people who help other people cheat the benefits system.
I'm not cheating benefits,
Maxine,
mate.
let me tell you as well.
I am not cheating. Take me off that. Take me off that now. Take me off that
Tony,
now.
this involves you. Let me tell you exactly what's
No,
happening.
I'll fucking blitz you
Tony,
right now, mate.
Tony.
I'll blitz you as well.
Steve.
Do you want me to blitz the both of yous now?
No.
You want me to blitz the both of yous right now?
Not.
Listen, get that camera off me right now, lad.
Tony.
Listen, I am not. Give me that camera now, because I'm not letting that go on telly.
Hey, Tony, as far as people at home will be concerned, you are both cheating the system.
I am not cheating the system, mate.
By shoplifting as a
How's
duo
she shoplifting?
and by Maxine cheating the
How
benefit
does she
system.
how does she
That
cheat?
is ripping off the general public. This is an opportunity for you to have
No,
your say.
no, I don't want this
This
on
is
telly.
going to be on television.
It's not.
Tony, we're going to... Tony.
Shady. You make to put you on the shady.
That's what I said to you, watch, yeah. Can you just turn your cameras towards me, look real square?
That's the very extreme reaction that I expected, and also expected him to deny absolutely everything. So probably not a great idea to stand around here. Looks like they're getting people together, so let's go.
Back in Birmingham, we're still undercover. Harriet and I have back-to-back meetings with Dave Bolt, the dodgy forger, and now he's about to tell us about a document he's willing to sell and the most sinister form of benefit scrounging we've come across.
Basically, like, how it's done, yeah? How do I explain this?
Do you want to sit down?
Nah, you might have to sit down though. So I'm just saying it in the nicest way. Dead babies' identities, man.
Dead babies?
Yeah. You know, kids that die like at birth or not too long after, innit? But basically, they get a hold of like the birth certificate and stuff.
Yeah.
Even though the baby's dead, they change it up and he's still alive.
But then that would get me child benefit and child tax credit.
Like you, I swear now. Oh, like, I really do. You're a gangster bitch, you are.
Shocking. He may not make them, but he is offering to broker a deal for the birth certificates of dead children. Before I break my cover and confront Dodgy Dave, just a reminder, he's offered to sell us sick notes, birth certificates, and he actually flogged me a driver's license in a fake name.
That looks good.
As well as utility bills and bank statements.
And the utility bill's in here as well as the British Gas one. Okay. Nice one. All right, these are good, mate. These are good.
A DIY kit to cheat the benefit system for both me and Harriet. Okay, Nottingham is the location for our last face-to-face. We're about to give double-dealing Dave a double sting.
He's going to meet me bang on midday, bang on 12 o'clock. How are you, Chief? This is going to be all about where our two investigations meet and come to a head today. So your role in this is going to be big, it's going to be instrumental. The second you see us having a chat, you then swoop in, okay? You make a beeline for me and him.
How's it going?
What are you doing here?
Huh? See, this is weird.
If those cameras go up too fast, he's quite wily, this fella. He's quite tuned in, so he could spook and run, and that's the last thing that we want.
You know each other?
Time to surprise him by revealing who we really are.
You know this girl is Chloe. And you know me as Peter Malone, yeah? So we are both investigative journalists with Channel 5. Camera's always been in here. Camera's always been in here. And we've been making a documentary about people who cheat the benefit system.
Oh, okay, no.
How does it feel then? How does it feel, Dave, to know that you were prepared to broker a deal that involved the sale of dead children's birth certificates in order to cheat the benefit system?
How could you do that knowing that someone's lost their child
Oh,
and
listen,
you're
if you're
using
gonna-
the
if you're
names
gonna
of their
arrest me,
dead
yeah,
children?
You told me specifically that you specialise in helping people, facilitating and enabling people to cheat the benefit system. But you were a document forger.
You're gonna arrest me, because I ain't
You
done
knew
nothing wrong. I
exactly what I wanted to do with them.
You know, chat to me, take the fucking cameras
This is
away.
your chance.
Bro, don't touch me.
This isn't the victim.
Get your fucking cameras away.
Lads,
Get your
step back-
fucking
step
cameras
back a
away.
bit, step
Turn
back
the
a bit.
cameras off because you're
Step back
pissing
a
me the
bit.
fuck off now. And get your fucking cameras away
Look,
because you're pissing me off
all
now.
I'm going to say now,
You're fucking winding me
all
up.
I'm going to say,
Get your fucking camera. Look, move.
Look,
move.
All I want to say to you is this isn't a victimless crime. You told me explicitly that you've helped dozens and dozens of other people.
All right.
I have
Tell
footage.
you what you do. You investigate
I have
journalists, right?
footage.
Go investigate
I have
everything else.
footage.
And fuck off.
And all right. Time to walk away, lads. That's a very angry man. But we know as Dave Bolt, as I suppose we all guessed, really, he was going to try and deny everything, say that he was feeding us lines and he was leading us on the whole time. And he knows well, too, that he's banged to rights.
But just when I thought it was over, Dave reappears.
So he's now following us.
There's nothing left to say, but having just been turned over, Dodgy Dave tries to turn the tables. The crook becomes the cameraman, and he gets a parting shot of his own. The skivers and scroungers we've exposed are all part of a crooked minority that will do whatever it takes to exploit the benefit system. In plain sight, they hide all across Britain, costing the taxpayer more than £1 billion each year and giving honest, genuine claimants a bad name. As long as there are benefits, there will always be benefit cheats.
Brand new tomorrow, the tragic story of a homeless person found dead in a nature reserve after being attacked by a gang of teenagers armed with bludgeons. Feral teens, murder in mind, Tuesday night at 10. Next, watch your handbags and man bags, they're pickpockets and proud.